Okay, this is frost porcelain. We have 2 bags of frost porcelain, 50 pounds, and frost porcelain is super expensive. It's like 50 bucks for 25 pounds, which I think is 52, which is, maybe it's 57. I'll have to look it up, but whatever it is, this is expensive. It is a very pure porcelain. And what that means is it's very translucent, which means it's luminous, which means it's a really great thing to do with lamps. And I watch a show called Voltron, Legendary Defender of the Universe, and I really, really like it. Like, I'm obsessed. It's a problem. Whenever I'm stressed, or even like if you've purchased a mug for me, or if you've seen any of my mugs on Instagram, they were probably finished while I was watching Voltron, because that's how much I like it. I haven't ever done like a Voltron themed project. It's time that I embrace the things that I like. And I like Voltron, so I want to make a Voltron piece. And I want it to be a light box. I saw these cute light boxes somewhere. I think it was Pinterest just was showing me an ad, and it was these anime boxes. They were paper light boxes, and I was like, wait a minute, that would be really cool. But there was not a Voltron one, and I really wanted a Voltron one, so I thought, well, I don't really work in paper, I work in clay, so I'm gonna make my own, and we're gonna make a light box out of porcelain, frost porcelain. The reason I need it is because this is a cup I purchased from Jana. She is a friend of the studio, and we've had her here before. She makes these gorgeous little mugs out of frost porcelain. So let's get a little closer here. Without the light, with the light. And this is and like this is, you can kind of see. Hold on, it's got to be attached to the stick because this is the tool that we use in the pottery in the studio. So, but you can see that light. And this is a fairly thick-walled pot. Like it's decent, it's normal. Like, I'm gonna make a lamp, maybe 2, and we're gonna do some carving work, and I'm gonna use some LEDs because I like rainbows. And one of the things about Voltron is it's very spacey. So I'm gonna try and make what looks like a nebula glowing inside of a anime light box that has the Voltron symbol on it. Wow, when you say it like that, it doesn't sound very easy. This is my box of tricks. It's where all of my personal tools go in the studio so that they don't get lost, and I know where they are because I like to use them frequently. Here we go. This is a butter dish cutter. We're gonna use this, but we're gonna cut it in half. So we're gonna use this. Let's go over some tools that we're gonna need to use for this project. I already got the butter dish cutter out. I'm also going to use various sculpting tools. That's not a sculpting tool. These are crystals. What are those doing in there? But I'm gonna use some various sculpting tools. These are going to be coming in super handy. A knife, a scoring tool, and some clay to work with. Yeah, let's get some slabs. Let's compress this slab. I really, really want to. Porcelain shows every single imperfection. So that canvas that we roll the slab with, if I leave any of that design or print in here, it will show as soon as I light it up. And while I do kind of want some stars in there, I don't want like this kind. I don't want them to look so uniform or tiny. All right, while I let these set up, I'm going to drink some more water because it's hot today and make some slip. We're gonna need a lot of slip, but I can't use B-mix slip. I have to make frost porcelain slip. Let's do it. I got bored of doing it with the brush, and so now I'm in there with my hands. And I don't really like touching slip with my hands. This is really gross. It is not my cup of tea. Here we go. These had better be set up. If not, then problems. Okay, I'm going to lift these up so that they're not sticking to the counter. That would suck. Take my box cutter, and we're just gonna cut. The porcelain does not want to cut. Whoop. Cut, 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 porcelain, cut. I'm gonna cut this in half so I have a little porcelain box. I'm gonna create a porcelain box. It comes with 4 sides, right? So it's gonna be top, bottom. All right, here's the midpoint. It looks a little dicey. It'll work. It'll work. Don't worry, we'll make it work. We're gonna need front, back, porcelain does not like cutters, so we gotta go a little bit firm on it. I experience this with Nara porcelain as well frequently, so whoops, I need the to make it there we go. So now I've got 2. Let's lay it out. All right, I'm just having a terrible time visualizing how to make a box. This is so stupid. I've never done this with pots before. So we got to do front, back, and sides. So I've got my front, I need my sides, I need a back piece, and then I need a top and a bottom, right? I think I figured it out. I have no idea why this took me so long, but we got front, side, side, top, bottom, back piece. If it doesn't work, then I'll come back. Okay, so we're gonna cut this at an angle. Well, just a little bit of an angle, because I need to have a corner I can join with. This is sort of doing it. Kind of, we're thinking 45-degree angle thoughts. There's a tool that will do this for me, but I don't know where it is and I don't have time to look, so. Okay, I'm going to begin assembling. I'm going to cut off all the edges so that they're a 45-degree angle so they join straight and I don't have to do any pinching, because I want this to look like a professional cute little box. We're gonna put a hole in the back panel of the light box so a cord can go through, and I'm literally going to join everything together, and when we put the lights in, I'm going to make this super hard for myself, but when we put the lights in, it's going to have to be done with like maybe a pair of chopsticks. So but this will have a switch and it'll plug into a wall. Like we're making a professional lamp. It's going to be cool. The camera died, but that's okay. We got it back up and running. So what you missed is I put a huge circle in the slab. This is going to be the back piece of the lamp, and it needs to be stamped. So we'll stamp it right now. This will be the inside, so we have to stamp the outside. Hello, outside full of crumbs. We'll stamp it the right way up, and we'll go. Give it a little rocking motion, make sure that stamp is nice in there. There. So cute. here it is. This is the form. And then I will use this canvas to create the rest. I'm hoping that all of these corner joins stay. There's a good chance they might not, that there's a good chance this might crack, but we'll find out for sure probably tonight when I come back to carve on this, because I'm gonna do some carving. It should be fun. It's some fun sculptural work, so I'm gonna put this aside, we'll let it dry and stiffen up and all the joins get married and like each other. And then I'll see you later this evening. Okay, just got back from the barn. So I'm covered in horse dirt. It's very windy out there. Let's check this, and then it's D&D night. So if this is all sticking together, I'm gonna take this and we're gonna carve it together while we roll some dice. We're gonna get our nerd on hard. Oh, this is looking great. Oop, there's a little bit of here, but we can fix that real quick. Oh, it's not even that bad. It's so great. Perfect. There's the part where the cord will go. So it'll stick out like this. Cord will come out here, and this will be the front, the canvas. Let's go and carve this. It's gonna be so much fun. Last night during D&D, when I was supposed to be carving this, I could not get the camera to work well for it, and I couldn't go anywhere to change it because it was D&D night. So it kind of makes sense though, because we were rolling like really bad, really bad. Like the first couple of rolls were like, I think we had a natural 0. I don't know how you roll below a 1, but we rolled below a 1 anyways on a couple of checks. D&D is a really exciting thing. So I ended up just carving it because it was drying. So I was carving it while there's none of the carving is on video, but I have the current situation of the project, and then I'm going to finish it here for the next little bit. And this, you can't tell, but this is very thin, these carved out areas, but I need to do more carving on the carved out areas. So we'll see what I can do. And then on the top, because one of the best quotes from Voltron is "Patience yields focus," I just carved that into the top of my little lamp. And here's what the back is looking like. So I'm interested to see where this will go. I'm going to finish it. I've got all my carving tools right here, my little sculptural tools. So let's do it. But we're done. All the carving has been done on this Voltron lamp, or, you know, glow box, shadow box. I don't know what to call this, art box. Yeah, so this is what it looks like there. That's the top. There's the cord part. There's a couple of joins here that are just, we can't fix them so well because of the nature of this piece. So I need to slow dry this and hope that this doesn't crack. Some clays do really well if you stress them, if you push them to their limits, to the limits of what I think clay can do. This one I'm very much pushing the limit. And so we're gonna see. So we have things that are out of the kiln. This survived, which I'm really surprised about. It's got a little nick in it, but I can fix that real quick with some sanding. I tested it with the lights I'm gonna use, and it's in bisqueware, so it's not see-through enough yet, and you can't tell it's a lamp, so everything is just guesswork from here on out. The Voltron lamp is also not even gonna get clear coated. I just want it basic. So it's going right back in the kiln. So you're just gonna right in there. Bye, be safe. I think the first step is to put these LEDs in there and just turn it on. Okay, this is the big moment. I had to come over here because this is where the outlet is, and the other ones are all being used by the wheels, and there's a lot of sun over there. This is kind of a shadowy spot. We'll see if it works. Let me just turn this on. Okay. It's just a lot of bright spots, but you can see how much light is actually in there. But the problem is it now looks like it has polka dots or chicken pox, which is not the effect I wanted. Back to the drawing board. I have got the light situated. I've got the light situated to where I want it to be. Now I just have a little bit of a problem with the cords kind of wanting to fall out. So I found a cork, and I'm gonna carve a little notch in it very carefully so that the cords don't fall out anymore and that they stay right where I am. Clearly I'm not good at knife handling, but so this cork will go in pretty far, so I just need to get a little bit of a notch and protection, so be careful. And I'm okay to cut on this wood surface because we cut into this table all the time. So I'm just gonna carve out just this little notch here. Don't cut towards yourself. Oh man. You would swear that I knew how to do this. There we go. Yeah, that works. Perfect. See that? That's great. It's exactly what I need it to do. This other cord is for additional, oh no, it's to listen for the Bluetooth connection so I can control these lights, so I need this to be out. It's the antenna, but this can go in, and now it won't move or shift or pull out because I have cats. So this is great. All right, let's go turn it on. I lost sleep over this project because when I finished it and I had it all lit up and everything, I actually hated it. I did not like it. And then I turned it on in my space and I watched it for a few nights. And the more and more I had that light on in my space, this light, the more and more I fell in love with it. And the more and more I stopped sleeping well because I would come out and I would just watch it because it's kind of mesmerizing. And I would want to stay in this room with it on because I wanted to see this pretty thing that I had made. So at first I really didn't love it and I was really unsure about it, and now I'm really, really satisfied with this piece. I love it. I think it was a great prototype creation for what I want to do next. And like, I sincerely love everything about it. I love the size. I love that it says Patience Yields Focus on the top. I love that I got to carve in it, and then when it turns on, you'll see what this does. And I love that the type of light that I used, it's a day better. They're day better LEDs, and I love their programming schedule for these. I love that I can kind of program it myself a little bit easier. So there's 35.5 feet of LEDs inside of here, and they're on different like sections. So each section can be programmed so it can shift and move kind of like a nebula, and I'm really satisfied with what I've made here. I'm very happy with it. I adore it. I've had it for about a week now, and I could not be more happy with something that I've made. I actually, I'm not gonna cry about it, but I'm very, very pleased, very pleased. So before we take a closer look, before I talk about the book I want to recommend, I want to let you know that there is a tutorial template available on my Patreon. Buy the template, print it, cut it out. I would recommend using like craft foam, the floppy stuff, to use a template that you can use for a long time. And then you don't have to have the same tools that I had, which made it really complicated and hard. And also the template has really detailed instructions, because I thought that if I had written those out beforehand for myself, that would have been a lot easier. So go check that out. Also follow along, share this with your potter friends if you think that they want to make a cute little lamp. If you're making it out, if you want to make this, make sure you're using a translucent porcelain. I used frost porcelain. It's very expensive, so I'm going to be looking into a porcelain recipe that I can reproduce and make on my own, because porcelain is just really expensive to buy and ship, especially where I'm at. I want to recommend a book to you guys, and the book is a graphic novel. It's called Cosmonites. It's a science fiction graphic novel about women rescuing women from gladiatorial arenas. And in this story, women are being fought over in gladiatorial arenas, and other women go and fight for their hand, and the fight is for the rights to marry this woman. And so these women go and rescue these women, they fight for their hands, and then they rescue them. So it's a beautiful story about women fighting for women. The colors are gorgeous. It's by Hannah Templer, and book 1 and book 2 are out right now. I'm editing this video right now, and as I was looking for the links for Cosmonites, I found out that you can read book 1 and 2 for free online. So I'll link the website. It looks like it's just on the website for the graphic novel, and go read it for free. Buy the physical copy if you like it. Give it as a gift. I hope you enjoy. Go and read that, and let's take a closer look at our project.